awesome artists. We are going to be doing a gingerbread village drawing today. So you want to make your houses kind of a medium size so you can fit a bunch of gingerbread houses on your paper. Now I'm going to be starting with my paper the wide way or the horizontal way, and I'm going up towards my top left corner, leaving a little bit of room above, but I'm going to go ahead and draw a nice square. Now artists, you can draw along at the same time with me. After my nice square, I'm going to do a little bit of a rectangle on top, and I'm going to angle the lines and the edges of my rectangle in just a little bit so it kind of looks like a little bit of a roof line. On the top right here, I'm going to do a skinny little rectangle, and that's going to be my chimney. You might notice I'm pressing down kind of hard with my pencil because I want nice bold lines. If you feel like you mess up, just keep going and work through it. You might make a cool discovery. Now I'm going to do a cool pattern on this roof line. Remember, a pattern is a repeated line or shape, and I'm doing a repeated U. It almost kind of looks like connected W's. I'm going to fit one more row down here. Going back down to my square, and I'm going to do a tall rectangle door. Around my tall rectangle door, I'm going to do another rectangle, a little bit bigger this time. Beside my rectangle door, I'm going to do a nice square window. In that window, I'm going to do a vertical line, that's the up and down way, and then I'm going to do a horizontal line. So that's going to make it look like my window has the little window panes in it. Now I think it might be kind of fun to do a cool little line pattern right above. So I'm going to start my little loop-de-loop curve, and it's just going to loop across and across. If yours isn't perfect, that's okay. It's a fun one to try out though. Now I'm going to go for my next house. It doesn't have to be the same size, and it doesn't have to be even with the first house. So I'm going to do my next one a little bit longer or taller, and it's going to start with a rectangle. Above my rectangle, I'm going to draw a nice little triangle. Inside of my triangle, I'm going to draw a smaller triangle. Inside of that triangle, once again, I'm going to do a vertical line, that's the tall way, and a horizontal line, that's the wide way. Now, off the edges of my triangle on my roof, I'm going to do one line that goes kind of in, and swirls in just a little bit. Makes it look like a nice fancy roof. I'm doing the same thing on this side, kind of going in and in and in. Now I'm going to start with my pencil on the top left side of this triangle right here. I'm going to go up and across and down. There's kind of part of a rectangle coming up, and that's going to be the chimney. Now I'm going to have fun with this door. I'm going to do a kind of a tall upside down U or arch, going up and all the way down. I think I might put a little circle right here for a doorknob. Beside this tall upside down U door, I'm going to do a nice big oval window. Around my oval window, I might do another oval. And I'm going to do some ovals up here for some windows on the second floor. If you only have room for 2, that's fine. You don't have to do 3. And I'm doing those little ovals going around the windows once again. Now I think I'm going to let those windows stay like that without putting little window panes in there. Tree time! Let's go ahead and do a nice big pointy triangle. And notice the point is facing up. I'm going to do a little skinny rectangle below. And in this nice pointy triangle, I'm going to do a pattern that kind of looks like the pattern that we did on the first roof, but I kind of might let it flop over a little bit more, and it doesn't need to stay even. I'm just going to have fun with it. Now, I think I kind of want to make some up here too. You don't have to do that, but you could. I'm going to go over here now, and I'm going to make my house a little wider. So I'm going to start with a nice wide rectangle. Up above this rectangle, I'm going to do another rectangle, but this time I'm going to make it kind of go up a little bit taller. And then notice the lines on the edge of my rectangle kind of angle in. So once again, it looks kind of like a roof line. I'm going to do a couple nice sized circles going across. You can do however many you can fit. Inside of my circles, I'm doing a little swirl that goes in and in and in. And notice my line's not crossing over itself or touching itself. I'm going to do it again, going in and in and in. Now I'm going to start my next little swirl kind of going the opposite way. So I might start right here and I go up to the right. Call that counterclockwise, going in and in and in. So to me, these almost look kind of like little lollipops. And then I'll do some little circles above. For the windows, I'm going to do some tall rectangles going across. Notice mine are not perfectly the same, and that is a-okay. Inside each tall rectangle, I'm going to do a vertical line. And for my chimney, I might take my pencil and go on the left side of this rectangle roof, bring it out just a bit, and back down. I think it might be kind of fun to have a piece of holly coming out of the chimney just for fun. So I'm going to do a little kind of curved line that looks like that. And then I'm going to start my pencil on the end of that little curved line, and I'm going to go out and down. So it's kind of like a little upside down U. I'm going to repeat this same line several times. So I've done that upside down U right there, my next upside down U. My next one, I'm going to bring it in to that original line. Same thing right here. I'm going to go out. This time it's kind of a backwards C. And then out again. So this time it's kind of like a U. And then out and then back in. Whoop. I'm going to come down here and do another square. On top of this square, I'm going to do kind of a wide rectangle. This pattern that I'm going to do is going to be upside down U's, and I'm going to connect those. On the bottom of those upside down U's, I think it might be kind of fun to do some little circles. And then for my chimney up here, I'm just going to come up and across and down so it kind of looks like a square on top. Do it a little line across. For this gingerbread house, I'm going to do a nice square in the middle. And then for this window pane, I'm going to do 2 vertical lines and then 2 horizontal lines. So I've added some more window panes. It almost kind of looks like a tic-tac-toe board. On both sides of that window, I'm going to do a tall, skinny rectangle. And I'm going to do some horizontal lines going across. So I'm making just that little horizontal line pattern for my shutters. And then I'm going to add some circles at the top and the bottom. Now I might add some pretty little hearts at the bottom. You certainly don't have to. And if there's certain patterns you're doing differently than me, that is a-okay. Tree time! Let's do a triangle tree that has several triangles. So notice I've done 3 triangles where it's barely touching with the point of that triangle, the next one. Then I'm going to do a tall, skinny rectangle right at the bottom. Ooh, that's so cute. Let's move along. Watch me carefully in this one. I'm going to do this one a little bit lower. So I'm going to do a horizontal line across. This house, I'm going to do a nice upside down U, kind of like a little arch. Boop. Now for the roof, I'm going to go up, 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 up with the point. Down, 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 down. Little circle on top, almost kind of looks like a little hat. And then up in the roof, I'm going to make a pattern with those kind of curved lines going up. So those wide upside down U's. Off of each end, I'm going to do a slight little spiral, like so. Now notice I'm not going in too much, just a tiny little curve. Now this time, I'm going to take my pencil at the end of that curve and take it out and back in. I'm going to do the same thing right here. My pencil goes on that little point, and I'm going to kind of echo or copycat that curve of the line and bring it back in. I'm going to do a nice little curved arch door that looks like that. It's kind of the same shape as the house. And then a vertical line. And then 2 little circles for the doorknobs. I'm going to have some fun with some candy canes. I'm going to go up, 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 and do kind of a little backwards hook like that. Make sure you've got some room in between your door and the side of the house. And if you don't, that's okay. Do the same thing this side, up, 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 and then a little hook. Now at the edge of each hook, I'm going to do a line in, and then I'm going to do a line that kind of echoes or copycats or parallels that first line, so that makes a candy cane. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Take my pencil and the end of that little hook, bring it in, and then I'm going to do a line that echoes or copycats that first line to make a cute little candy cane. And of course the candy cane needs some stripes, so I'm going to do some little lines going across. When I get to the curve, I'm going to change the direction of my little lines to kind of go with the curve of the candy cane. So I'm going to do the same thing right here, little lines going across. And then when I get to the curve of that candy cane, I'm going to kind of change my lines to go with that candy cane. So they're still kind of going across. I feel like this gingerbread house wants a little window up here. You don't have to do it. It's up to you. I'm going to do a vertical line and a horizontal line. Now watch me closely in this house. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to do a horizontal line going across. And I'm going to turn this into a rectangle, but the lines of my rectangle aren't going to be perfectly straight up. It's going to be a little bit angled or diagonal, we'd like to say. Now my next lines are going to angle up to the left, so it's still going to be diagonal. I'm going to do the one right here. I'm going to do the same thing or parallel right here. And then I'm going to do a line across connecting them. If yours is not perfect, it is okay. Now at the top of this line, I am going to do a little diagonal line going down like that. If this house bumps into that house, that is okay. Now right here, I'm going to take my pencil on the edge of this point and bring it down, 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 down. And right here, I might stop this line a little bit above this line right here and then do my little line down to connect. For my door, I might have some fun with it. Make that line going up and out and across and back down. Oh, that looks kind of crazy. I like that. And I might just do a little doorknob right there, leave it simple. I'm gonna do some cool patterns with those upside down U's again going across. Now you can see we've kind of used the same pattern in several places, but you can make it look different always by putting different things in it. So this time I'm putting little circles going across, and I think that looks really cool. I might even do the same type of pattern, but this time I'm gonna kind of alternate it. So each little bump right here comes down and ends in the middle of that next hump. Boop. And then I might do those little circles again. Now, if you want, you could continue this pattern all the way up the wall. Since my line is going up right here, I might go ahead and do a little diamond shape at the top. Ooh, wouldn't that look cute? So it's kind of like a square that's turned and the points are at the top, bottom, left, and right. In my roof, I might do a little loop-de-loo again, whoop. Now you can go through and fill in all kinds of details. For example, at the bottom, I might do a nice big circle right here, and I might do that little spiral going in and in and in to look like little lollipops spread out through my village. I might even have those going all the way off the page. Wouldn't that be cool? I want to do another little tree over here, and so I'm going to do a tall vertical line. My vertical line's kind of slanted and I like that. Watch this tree. I'm going to start my pencil at the top right here and bring it down and kind of curl it in like so. And then I'm going to do the same thing, bring it down and curl it in. And down and curl it in. And down and curl it in again. Now at the top of this tree, I might have some fun and do a vertical line, a horizontal line, a diagonal line, and a diagonal line for a beautiful little star. This concludes our drawing portion, so you can go ahead and turn your paper over and write your name on the back with pencil. And of course, you can go through and add any little details and any more trees and lollipops and candy canes throughout. Thanks for listening to the drawing portion.